just woke up here in Rothrock State Forest. If you saw my last video, overlanding in Hammersley, I don't think I really got into the miserable night's sleep that we had. I ended up, I slept in a mattress in the bed, and the mattress ended up deflating through the night. I froze. It was really cold that night, and there wasn't really enough room back here, so my wife slept in the back cab, all packed in there, and she ended up getting all wrapped up in there and barely slept at all. I think we both got like 2 or 3 hours sleep. So on the way home, my wife started looking for truck bed campers. Finally found one, and we went and checked it out, and we picked it up. It was pretty nice. Everything was operable. So just a quick tour of it. You know, there's 2 full-size beds in this thing, one up here and one down below. We ended up putting in new memory foam mattresses in it. Slept really good last night, but yeah, everything works. The sink works great. The water pump on that, there's a stove here, 3-burner stove. A fridge, we're still trying to figure out what's the most efficient way with that thing, because it drained our lithium battery pretty fast. But I also have a jackery down there as our backup that worked great to power everything. But a great night's sleep. So yeah, we should have did this a long time ago, because this thing is pretty cool. It's an older model. Some of these newer models out there are crazy expensive, so we decided just to take the older model and refurbish it. It really didn't need much. The guy said he kept it under a garage roof the entire time he had it, and it looks like it because it's in great shape. We did have to repaint the entire inside because it was some, you know, really old wood looking stuff, but there's some repaint and some minor repairs. This thing is turning out great for us. So we found this location using Reserve America app, and just like Hammersley, this is $10 a night to stay here. You reserve it. This one here actually has a gate, so you just open the gate, drive up in, and close the gate. So we reserved this for this one night as a kind of a trial for this style of camping. We're gonna do a multi-day one here for an entire week coming up in October. But first, let me start off by saying I'm not turning this into another overlanding channel. We plan on using this thing to get around to different historical locations, and instead of spending money, you know, every night for the Airbnbs we do when we do cross-state trips trying to find locations and setting up a base camp. So this is just to help us do, you know, what we enjoy doing. So a lot of this project was so we could just get out and just get away from people, and just the 2 of us just hang out and spend time and sleep in the you know, the sanctuary, the outdoors, and quiet and peace. So last night we just got set up and started our dinner on the stove. I look out the window and I saw a guy, it looked like a hiker, coming down here. So I asked him, you know, what was going on. I asked if the trail came through, and he said it did not. It came through a little further up here, the Mid-State Trail. So he just stands there staring at me. I'm like, you know, can I help you with something? And he said, you okay if I camp here? I'm like, no, we reserved this thing to get away from people for the night. We reserved the entire area. So then he argued that state forest rules indicate that hikers can stay anywhere for free. And I advised him he was not staying here. So he ended up walking out of here. But I do know the rules say that a hiker can stay anywhere in the park for free for one night. But there doesn't seem to be any type of disclaimer to say, okay, if somebody already rented or reserved that property with a permit, that you can still stay here. So I would think it comes down to, you know, trail or outdoor etiquette at that point. So, you know, he left, we didn't see him again, but I still need to contact the forest office here on the way out to see what they have to say about that. You know, I do feel bad for the guy, because I've actually hiked the Mid-State Trail, you know, a good section of it already, and including the Mason-Dixon Trail. And the one problem we had on both hikes was a place to actually stay and sleep for the night. But the fact that the state forest rules say you can hike anywhere as long as you're not within 200 feet of a road, not within one of the designated natural areas, you can stay overnight anywhere here. So why would you intrude on somebody who has already set up camp? That's my problem. It doesn't make any sense at all. So Jan found these things, French toast and some scrambled eggs for breakfast. But the trail cam worked good again last night. Both of us could log into that with our tablets or our phones. It had a good view of the entire area to see, what was coming through here. So we took off the really heavy steel stairs to use this stool for right now because of the weight capacity. I was shocked to see that these F-150s really only gave us enough capacity to just barely haul this camper and everything that we put inside of it. With the 10 gallons of water, which is about 80 pounds, a full tank of gas on a 36-gallon tank, there's a bunch of things we have to juggle until I can upgrade to an F-250 eventually to haul this thing. So we're currently using the iOverlander app and the Reserve America app. So the iOverlander app, if you're not aware already, shows you sites that people have stayed overnight. Really, it's typically unconventional sites, parking lots, things, parking lots by the river, Walmarts, Cracker Barrels, things like that. So that was pretty cool. Along with the Reserve America, it allows you to reserve, on the spot for $10 a night, any state forest land in Pennsylvania or anywhere. But you can also reserve campgrounds through there. We're trying to avoid campgrounds. Our goal with this entire project was to sort of be isolationist and just stick to just me and her traveling around. The camper itself has its own solar power panels on the top, powering the lithium battery inside the camper, but the Jackery has its own solar panels. Unfortunately, we're barely getting any sunlight out here at least, so we're not going to recharge that well today. Look at that.